Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Dembélé, and this is another Chelsea transfer news daily video for you guys. Of course, many reports, many publications, many outlets reporting so many players to Chelsea, so many rumours, so many legit rumours, so many rumours that are made up on the spot. I mean, we're getting linked to every single player at this moment in time. So many new players to talk about. Going to be getting into reports and publications, what they're stating, my thoughts, opinions on the player, and if I could potentially see this player move to Chelsea in the current January transfer window. And of course, before I do get into it, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to my channel if you are new on here. Make sure you hit the bell notification button for every time I do uploads. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, starting off with Thomas Lemar, of course, the Atletico Madrid winger. Now, we all know who Thomas Lemar is. He was playing for AS Monaco just 2-3 seasons ago, where he made that breakout season alongside that fabulous Monaco team with Kylian Mbappe, Fabinho, Bakayoko, Benjamin Mendy, Falcao, etc. He was a shining light. He has many strong attributes. He was a top player, and of course, he ended up staying at Monaco for the following season when that whole team got split apart. But he was phenomenal during that season. Now, of course, he was heavily linked with Arsenal at the time. Arsenal actually submitted a £92 million bid at the time, which got rejected. And the following season, he ended up making this move to Atletico Madrid, where he hasn't set the world alight by any means, which is an understatement. He hasn't been scoring many goals and assists. He's been relatively poor in, of course, Simeone's system. Of course, Simeone's system, it essentially makes those wingers and attackers, wing backs and midfielders, and it limits Thomas Lemar's game. It halts his development, and he never reached that player that he could have been as a top player. I believe that under an attacking system, under an attacking manager, in his right position, he could definitely flourish and definitely fulfill his potential. But in my opinion, he's playing the wrong side of football on the wrong type of manager for his development. And of course, we know that he is a top player linked with lots of clubs, Arsenal again being linked with him. Now, he has a lot of attributes. He's left-footed again, which is crucial and key. I think that, especially for that right-wing position, we need a left-footer. He's close control, dynamic winger, quick, fast, agile, how he operates in between the lines, his crossing, his agility, and his end product is relatively good as well. And I think that, for me, I think that he would be a good signing for Chelsea. Personally, there are a lot of better options, I'll be honest. There are a lot of better options. However, like I said, I wouldn't be opposed to Thomas Lemar potentially signing for Chelsea. Now, what the reports are saying, of course, Standard Sport, quite reliable publication, of course, written by Simon Johnson, who is a journalist connected to Chelsea. They're basically stating that Chelsea have been offered the chance to sign Atletico Madrid winger Thomas Lemar on loan, and it is thought that the player is keen for a Chelsea move. Of course, he'd be much better on the Lampard, of course, more attacking manager, more possession-based, quick passing, touching. He would definitely suit his style of play. So like I said, I wouldn't be opposed to signing. It's just that there are a lot better options in my opinion. Now, of course, what the reports are saying is that it will be a loan option, a £5 million loan option for 18 months, which is quite a long time. And of course, 18-month loan with £5 million. And of course, there would be an option to buy of £55 million at the end of that loan deal. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think that's a good deal? 18-month loan for £5 million and an option to buy for £55 million. Do you think Thomas Lemar suits our system? Do you think he's good enough for Chelsea? Or what other wingers would you prefer to Thomas Lemar? Now, getting into the second player that does regard, of course, Moussa Dembélé. Now, Moussa Dembélé, of course, has been heavily linked to Chelsea for numerous amount of days, numerous amount of weeks. Of course, we all know Moussa Dembélé has been heavily linked for Chelsea for numerous amount of times. Now, of course, according to the reliable journalist Pipe Sierra, who is, of course, a French journalist who writes for a French publication, he basically came out and said that Lyon has rejected the second offer of Chelsea of €40 million plus Giroud by the French striker Moussa Dembélé, who is, of course, 23 years of age, and a new offer may be made with some more money. Now, of course, I came out in previous videos and stated that reports and publications stated that, of course, Jean Aulas, of course, who is the president of Lyon, stated that they have no plans to sell Moussa Dembélé, especially in this January transfer window, or at all. They plan to build a squad around him, and he stated that Moussa Dembélé wants to win things at Lyon. Now, of course, Lyon also came out with a statement a week ago stating that Moussa Dembélé is not for sale in January, and that he will not be leaving in the January transfer window. Of course, from what I heard personally, I was told, and of course, we know that Moussa Dembélé is a massive target for Chelsea. I mentioned in previous videos, and of course, the reports and publications that were stating him and linking him to Chelsea on a regular basis. Now, of course, we've had two bids rejected. Of course, the first one was a simple £34 million bid. I mentioned it to you guys. That was immediately rejected by Lyon. Now the second bid, as reported by Peeper, who is a reliable French journalist, Giroud plus 40 million euros, has also been rejected. But like I keep mentioning, I was told personally that, of course, personal terms have been agreed with Moussa Dembélé in case we do sign Moussa Dembélé in the January transfer window. And of course, he has been monitored by Chelsea and a main target for Chelsea for numerous amount of years. So you could see the story develop. Of course, Lyon are reluctant to sell. They don't want to sell their star man, especially with Memphis Depay out with a long-term injury. But of course, money talks, as we all know, in the transfer business. If we offer enough money, if we push for the deal, I do reckon that we could get Moussa Dembélé over the line. However, it depends if Dembélé pushes for it, and it also depends on how much Chelsea do offer. Of course, we may not even end up signing him, because if Lyon are that reluctant to sell, then we won't, of course, sign Moussa Dembélé. But getting into the second player, that is, of course, Samuel Chukwueze. Now, of course, my Nigerian fans, I know that a lot of you love Samuel Chukwueze. He's a massive favourite of mine. I love Samuel Chukwueze. The games that I've watched him in, promising young 20-year-old Nigerian with world-class potential, elite potential. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning him in this video is, of course, a major report. Now, Get French Football News, a very good account on Twitter that generally spouts reliable news. They basically reported by Foot Mercato, another French publication. They stated that Lyon make a hopeful inquiry for a 20-year-old attacker Samuel Chukwueze, who of course plays for Villarreal, who seems betrothed to an English side. Now, of course, if you guys don't know what betrothed means another word for engaged. So, of course, the reason why I'm saying this is because Lyon have made an inquiry, but they have been told that an English Premier League side has connections and has been already in further deep negotiations for Samuel Chukwueze. And of course, we were interested in Samuel. We had links to him as well. Now, of course, the reason why this has so much relevance to Chelsea is because Lyon made the inquiry for Samuel Chukwueze, but they got told that an English club has been engaged with Samuel Chukwueze. They were in very deep negotiations and talks. And of course, in the past reports, by the Telegraph, we were told that we're heavily interested in Samuel Chukwueze, and I was also told that we are into negotiations for him and that he wants to come to Chelsea. He came in interviews, and of course his quote stating that of course he's a Chelsea fan as well. So it all ties together. The stories do add up, and it does make sense. It only makes sense for the English side that they are reporting to, of course, be us. For us to be, of course, the links to be Chelsea. It can't be any other Premier League club as of right now. So that's why people are raging about it on social media, hence why it makes so much sense for it to be Chelsea. But of course, that is promising news. That is promising news regarding Samuel Chukwueze. Of course, I'm a massive fan favourite. The games I've watched him in, electric, dynamic, quick, fast. The ball is glued to his feet, essentially. Close control. His end product is not great, of course, hasn't scored many goals. His highest goal scoring season was 7 goals. However, let's note he is only 20 years old. Masterclass against Barcelona, Real Madrid. This guy has been phenomenal, and he will be world class in the future. Definitely a top player with so much potential and class. And for me, I think that a young winger with a left foot, which I keep stressing is crucial, with a left foot would be phenomenal for us down that right hand side. A lot of versatility, and definitely a centre winger that would definitely take a Chelsea to the next level in the next 2 to 3 years. But getting into the final story, that is of course the mystery £50 million centre back. Now, of course, 2 days ago, Carvey Sokol, of course, journalist and reporter for Sky Sports News, came out and said that Chelsea have been working on a centre-back deal behind the scenes, and they're trying to secure a centre-back from a rival Premier League club for at least £50 million, a young and promising centre-back. And of course, a lot of people straight away mention options. First one, Çaylar Soyuncu, of course, Turkish, just like me. Joe Gomez from Liverpool, Issa Diop from West Ham, and of course, people say Nathan Ake, but it can't have been him because, of course, we know he has a £40 million buyback clause. Now, it was confirmed just 30 minutes ago by Sky Sports, Sky Cover, that it was indeed, that mystery centre-back was indeed Issa Diop. And honestly, it makes me very disappointed. It makes me very disappointed. Don't get me wrong, he's not a bad centre-back. He's a very decent centre-back, but that's the problem. He's decent. We already have enough decent, good potential centre-backs. We need to have either world-class potential centre-backs or quality elite centre-backs currently in this market. I'm talking your Koulibaly's, your Soyuncu's, etc. And unfortunately, we haven't been linked to these type of players. It's disappointing. And Issa Diop, yes, he's decent, but for me, he's very similar stylistically to Zuma. He is not different characteristically. He hasn't set the world alight at West Ham. West Ham still have a lot of defensive problems. And for the price of £50 million, it's a lot of money, especially you need to be getting a proven world-class centre-back near that figure. And Issa Diop is too much for that fee. And I think that honestly, it screams mediocrity to me, and it's really frustrating because I thought that we learned our lesson. I thought that we're heading into a positive direction, but we're still continually trying to make these mediocre signings, and it's honestly disappointing. But leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. What's your thoughts on Issa Diop? Do you agree with me and think that he's mediocre, or do you actually rate him? Leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. But I'm going to wrap up the video there, guys. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to my channel if you are new on here. Make sure you hit the bell notification for every time I upload, and I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.